We're near the end of MLB The Show 17's life cycle. It's almost December. It's time to start talking about MLB The Show 18 news, stuff you want to see, cards, and everything. We're going to be going off of this year and what they've introduced and predicting what we could do next. They could do next year. They had pages of diamonds compared to last year, but there was only about 1 or 2, 3 pages of diamonds at the most. They introduced the rookie cards. Rookie Oswalt, of course, was the best one. They introduced the breakouts, when a bunch of these stars and some scrubs had their breakout season in the big leagues. They introduced the impact veterans in the league that contributed to a team that would give them wins. That was very poorly explained, but it's veterans helping out their teams to getting a winning record. As of course veterans, as the impact veteran kind of implies, they had all-star players where these all-star players, the best in the league, were all-stars, of course, in the all-star game, and they shined in the major leagues that season, and they were highlighted in, of course, MLB The Show in their high ratings. And of course, we have the hardware. They also introduced the best of the best in every year, each league, the MVPs, the Cy Youngs, the Rookie of the Years, the up-and-coming stars that were the best of their respective leagues. They also introduced some postseason cards from last year. Again, they made them even better. Last year, there were about 4 to 6 postseason cards. This year, there's 2 pages of legends and stars showcasing in the postseason for their teams. They introduced a new concept that was kind of like Madden's Team of the Week, but it's Player of the Month, all the lower tiered cards on the market, and then the Player Epic ones, like the sets on Madden and Team of the Week, the epics that you'd have to do the missions for, and etc. They also introduced the Future Stars, where they would take a prospect or a very good rookie that hasn't shown that they're really good yet, that are really supposed to be or planned on being good and hyped up. They simulated 3 years in an engine and produced those stats, predicting what they would be like in 3 years. Now, those are all awesome concepts, and we're going to be basically building on that, and we're going to be looking at 5 to 6 players that I would love to see all these types of cards from every ALS team in the American League. Starting with the Oakland Athletics, we're going to be going over Bartolo Colon, Big Sexy. Now, we have seen a Angels hardware card when he was the Cy Young in 2005 from the Los Angeles Angels, of course, for Bartolo Colon. And we have seen the All-Star card on the Mets from, I believe, 2015. This one is going to be an impact veteran card. Could also be a All-Star card. He was 6th in the All-Star voting that year for the Oakland Athletics. He was 18-6, which, doesn't really ultimately matter, but it just says he won games when he was on the mound. He had a 2.65 ERA, I believe the best in his entire career, which would be a fact. The best in his entire career so far. Of course, he's still playing. He plans to play next year. Started 30 games, completed 3 of them, 3 shutouts, had 190 in third innings logged. He gave up 193 hits. He had 29 walks. He gave up 14 home runs. Had 117 strikeouts. He had a 5.5 K per 9. He gave 9.1 hits per 9 innings. He had a 1.4 walk BB9 and a 0.7 home runs per 9. His WHIP was above 1. And he had an ERA plus of 147. Now, this was a great year for Colon. Of course, this is probably his best year in his career. He was an all-star, of course, for that. I don't really know how to accurately rate this card or give this any cards I mentioned in this video attributes, but I know there's people like Paul Spore, if you don't know who he is. He does stuff like that. He makes cards. Don't know. I'd assume he'd be at least a gold if this 2005 one we had a 3.4 ERA had one. He did have a lot more strikeouts, but he did log more innings. He gave up more walks. He gave up a lot more home runs. So I don't know. I'm assuming this Oakland one would be a higher overall just because he did better. But maybe let's say probably an 86 through 88 overall. All right, next we have the man, the myth, the legend, Bobby Crosby. No, of course, not the Dodger Films YouTuber, not Dodger Films. It is Bobby Crosby, the baseball player. He was good for basically a year, and he won Rookie of the Year. He was in the league for 8 years, played for the Oakland Athletics, which is why he's on this list. It's just an honorable, probably a silver card, probably be a hardware card from 2004. Played 151 games and 541 plate appearances. He had 130 hits. He had 34 doubles. He had a triple. He had 22 home runs. He had 7 stolen bases, caught 3 times. He had 58 walks, 141 strikeouts. That was not great. And he had a 231 average. So he didn't really have a good year at all. But he won he won Rookie of the Year. He had decent power. He had terrible contact probably. He would probably just be an all contact, low vision guy. I mean, all power, low vision guy. But it's just another card just to add in there that would be new to the game. Of course, I'm just mentioning these. The one that is easier to do right now are the players that are in the league currently, and because you have to get the rights to. I mean, it probably wouldn't be too expensive to get the rights to Bobby Crosby. This is probably Crosby, of course, but it's still money, and it is a complicated process. All right, next we have the big hurt Frank Thomas, Hall of Famer, 2 times MVP, 5-time All-Star, batting title, silver, whatever. He was more notable for his years on the White Sox and, of course, just the White Sox. But, of course, as you see, these insane numbers. I would love a big hurt card from 1993. That would be insane. But we're mainly going to be going over his 2006 year. The first year he was away from Chicago as a 38-year-old on the Oakland Athletics. He played 137 games, logged 446 at-bats, scored 77 times, had 126 hits, 11 doubles, 39 home runs, 114 RBIs. Of course, didn't steal a bag. Had 81 walks and 81 strikeouts, which is not bad for a 38-year-old. And who had those power numbers. Had a 270 average, had a 381 on OBP, 5 at 45 slugging, and he had a 926 OPS. Had 4th in the MVP voting as a 38-year-old on the Oakland Athletics, and that would be a great card. If I didn't mention already, it would be a 2006 Impact veteran, Frank Thomas. Of course, could always use the Toronto version as well, but mainly the Oakland version. He did play a lot less games, though. He didn't play a full year, but he did have insane numbers. All right, next we're going to be going to a guy who started his career in Oakland on the... what I just said in Oakland. What was I saying on the? It's Nick Swisher. It's actually his birthday today, so while I'm recording this, happy birthday, Nick Swisher. I didn't even know that. But on his Yankees days, I loved watching him. He had I loved his stance for some reason. I don't know what it was about his stance, but he had a cool stance in my opinion. He had a great card in 2016, and we show 16. I think it was an 81 overall rookie. It was a Yankees card, and he had a bunch of power as righties, and that card was so fun to use because of his stance. But that's besides the point. We're going to be looking at his 2006 year, I believe. Yeah, 2006 for the Oakland Athletics, where he was drafted. I don't know if it would really ultimately be a breakout because his rookie year, he had a good year for a rookie. He had 21 home runs, 109 hits. I wouldn't really know, but this is a good season to go off of. He had 157 games, 106 runs, and 556 at-bats, 141 hits, 24 doubles, 2 triples, 35 home runs, 95, which was a career high, 95 RBI, which was also a career high, 1 stolen base, 97 walks, 152 strikeouts though, 252 batting average, and a 493 slugging with an 864 OPS. Really, I'm only mentioning this card because I think it would be fun to have a Nick Swisher back in the game. I just love his stance, and I feel like this card would have a ton of power, and his switch hitting ability too would just be cheesy. Next, we're going to be going over Sonny Gray. Of course, just traded to the Yankees this year from the Oakland Athletics for prospects. Of course, was on the Oakland Athletics and was a beast till 2016. He had a really bad year in 2016, but that's besides the point. 2015 would be a all-star card for Sonny Gray. He went 14-7, had a 2.73 ERA in 31 games started. He had 3 complete games, 2 shutouts, and 208 innings. He had 59 walks. He had 169 strikeouts. He was third in the Cy Young voting. He had a K per 9 of 7.3. Strikeouts per 9 innings, hits per 9 innings, he had 7.2. Home runs per 9 innings was a 0.7, and walks per 9 innings was a 2.6, which is still a career low. So I think this card would be pretty nice. I don't know how high rated it would be, because Emily Show 15, I believe Sonny Gray was at the end of the year an 88 overall. So I believe it will be around there. But that was only going off for, I believe, going off his stats from 13 and 14 when he was still pretty decent. So I wouldn't really know. Of course, I already mentioned that I'm not going to be good at just guessing these overalls. Alright, next we have Washington native Jon Lester. Of course, known for his Red Sox and currently Cubs days. Also was traded to the Oakland Athletics in 2014 by the Red Sox for a pennant race. I believe Jon Lester helped the Athletics make the playoffs as a wild card team, and of course they lost in the wild card to the eventually World Series berth Royals, but still got there nonetheless. This would be an impact veteran Oakland Athletics card. Of course, he was also on the Red Sox, but he impacted the the Oakland Athletics and got them to a playoff berth. Let's just go off his season totals. He went 16-11 with a 2.46 ERA, his best. Never mind, his 16 was better by 0.02 points. Whatever. His second best in his career. Started 32 games, 1 complete game, 1 shutout, 219 innings, logged his most in his career. Workhorse that season, 48 walks and 220 strikeouts. Also logged has a K per 9 of 9.0, had a 2.0 walks per 9, a 0.7 home runs per 9, and a 7.9 hits per 9. He was finished 4th in the Cy Young voting that year. I think this card will be a diamond at the bare minimum. I don't know how high of a diamond, how low of a diamond. I don't think it would be that high of a diamond, but I feel like it would be a diamond. But that is going to be on the Athletics cards that I am going to be going over in this video. Alright guys, we're going to be going over the Houston Astros next, and starting off, we're going to be going for the MVP Hardware 2017 Jose Altuve. I doubt they do this, but I'm only mentioning it because it'd be a cool card to see. I'd also love to see a Hardware 2016 Mike Trout, of course, and also a Hardware 2016 Chris Bryant. They'd probably do that faster than a Jose Altuve, just because they did the 15 MVPs of Donaldson and Harper in 17, and it probably makes sense that they'd do 16 MVPs in 18, just because it was already the year before that these guys won MVP, and it would be pretty close to their live series. But whatever, I'm mentioning it, it'd probably be a 99 overall just because it's insane. Basic, easy, hardware card. Next. Alright, next we're going to be going over the player that helped the Houston Astros make the World Series, was a playoff workhorse, and the rest of the regular season a workhorse when he got traded. An impact veteran 2017, Justin Verlander. In 5 starts being traded over to the Astros, he went 5-0 with a 1.06 ERA. Of course, 5 starts, 34 innings, 17 hits allowed, 4 earned runs, 4 home runs, 5 walks, 43 strikeouts, had 11.4 strikeouts per 9, 1.3 walks per 9, and a 1.1 home runs per 9, and a 4.5 hits per 9. So I think this card, I mean, also just going over his Detroit stats, weren't that great, but to be combining them, I feel like this still would be a pretty good card. And I'm only mentioning it just because of how much of an impact veteran Verlander was. You know, the definition of an impact veteran. He's 34, carried the Astros to the playoffs after he got traded to them, and just an easy, basic card right there. Next, we're going to be going over 2015 Cy Young Award winner, Dallas Keuchel. Now, it's not going to be a 2015 card because he already has a 2015 card. Next, we're going to be going over his 2014 season, his breakout year, breakout 2014 Dallas Keuchel. Of course, as a rookie, he was terrible. That's when the Astros were god-awful. In 2013, they lost 107 or 11 games. He was god-awful too. 2014, the Astros picked it up, and he had a 2.93 ERA after having above 5 ERAs in his first 2 years in the big leagues. He went 12-9, 2.93 ERA, 29 starts, had 5 complete games in 1 shutout, 200 innings exact, gave up 11 home runs, 48 walks, had 146 strikeouts. I believe he had a Gold Glove as well, so his field would be high as well. I feel like this card would be in around a low diamond, just because of the attributes. He had a 6.6 strikeouts per 9, he had a 8.4 hits per 9, home runs per 9 would probably carry his overall, just because he didn't give up a lot at all, but just a breakout Dallas Keuchel. Next, we're going to be going over a card that I believe was already in MLB The Show 16, but it was like a combination of years. So this would be an exact year for Hunter Pence, former Astro, starting off his career in Houston. Would be a 2009 All-Star card. He had 159 games, 165 hits, and 585 at-bats, 26 doubles, 5 triples, 25 home runs, 14 stolen bases, got caught 11 times, though 58 walks, and 109 strikeouts. Had a 282 batting average, 472 slugging, and an 811 OPS. And I believe this card, I don't remember where he started in the outfield. Let's see, he was a right fielder. So he'd be a right fielder. I believe he still had a good arm that year. I believe this card would be probably a high gold, maybe low gold. Not low gold. That would it'd probably be like an 88 overall. But I'd love to see that Houston card back because I really like that card from the Show 16. And next, but not least, the final one, Lance Berkman. I don't know about you, but I love me some Lance Berkman. Switch hitting outfielder, was a great player for the Astros, the Yankees. Well, not really for the Yankees, but the Cardinals and the Rangers briefly. He was great. But in particular, we're going to be going, we can use 2 years here, and I'm going to show you why. 2001 is one of them, which would be a breakout year, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, breakout year. 156 games, 577 at-bats, 191 hits, 55 doubles, 5 triples, 34 home runs, 7 stolen bases, Got caught 9 times though. 92 walks and 121 strikeouts. 331 batting average, best in his career. 430 OBP, 620 slugging, and an OPS of a 1.051. Insane. Now, 2006 would be an all-star card. 152 games, 536 at-bats, 169 hits, 29 doubles, no triples, 45 home runs, 3 stolen bases, 95 walks, 106 strikeouts, 315, 420 OBP, 621 slugging, and a 1.041 OPS. You could also argue 2004 would be a better year for an all-star card. 172 hits, 40 doubles, 3 triples, 30 home runs, 127 walks. Actually, that would probably be a better year to use, but he just had better power numbers in 2006. So I believe that either card would be a diamond. It would be really nice too, because it would be a switch hitting. But let's see, 2001, he was an outfielder. He played all outfield positions, so he would have all of the outfield availability. 2004, same thing, but he also played first base, so he could have first base as an eligibility position too, as long as the outfield. 2006, same thing. He played primarily the first base, but he also played the outfield, left field, right field, and he didn't play center, but left field and right field for a first baseman, switch hitting, and had decent fielding. That would be pretty good in my opinion. That would be probably an almost, if a lot of people love it, switch hitting, power hitting, kind of fast, great fielding. Because I believe Berkman was a great fielder, if my memory recalls. And great contact, great power. That could be a really good card, and possibly an end game card. Next, we're going to be doing the Seattle Mariners. First off, I know this video is probably getting a little long, so I'm going to hurry up. 2007, J.J. Putz. He was a reliever, and I believe he was a closer for a 6-1, 1.38 ERA. Had 68 games, finished 65 of them, had 40 saves in 71 innings, gave up 11 runs, 6 home runs, 13 walks, 82 strikeouts, and was an all-star. So it'd be an all-star card to get a 10.3 Ks per nine and a 4.6 hits per nine. I believe this would be a diamond. I don't know what kind of rating it would be, but I believe this card would be a diamond. Next up, we have Edwin Diaz. This would be a rookie card from 2016, and let me show you why. 2.79 ERA, 49 games, finished 23 of them, and 18 saves. He would be a reliever, I believe. 51 in the 2/3 innings, gave 5 home runs, 15 walks, had 88 strikeouts, had a 15.3 Ks per nine, 7.8 hits, 0.9 home runs, 2.6 walks. Insane rookie year for Edwin Diaz, and I believe that would probably be a high gold or a low gold. I don't know, but I would love using that kind of card in the game. Now, James Paxton, breakout 2017, had an insane year, 12-5, 2.98 ERA. Started 24 games, 136 innings, most in his career because of injuries. 156 strikeouts, 37 walks, and he had 15 wild pitches, but I don't think that really matters. 7.5 hits per nine, 0.6 home runs per nine, 2.4 walks per nine, and a 10.3 strikeouts per nine. I believe this card would be a diamond. I don't know. I believe it would be a low diamond though, if they keep the rating the same. It would maybe be a 90 to 92 overall. Next, we have another breakout from 2017, Mike Zunino. His best year in his career, another breakout year, 124 games, 387 at-bats, 97 hits, 25 doubles, 25 home runs, a stolen base, 39 walks. Did K a lot though, but he had 251 average, 509 slugging, and an 840 OPS. He has pretty decent defensive numbers. So with his vision being low, his power numbers and contact, I believe it would be probably an 86 to 85 overall if they did make this card. Now we have Bret Boone, a great player. Now, this card in particular is going to be a 2001 All-Star card. 158 games, 623 at-bats, 206 hits, 37 doubles, 3 triples, 37 home runs, 441 RBIs, 5 stolen bases, 40 walks, 110 strikeouts. Had a 331 batting average with a 578 slugging and a 950 OPS with 153 OPS plus. Finished third in MVP voting that year, behind, I believe, a teammate and another teammate. Alright, finally, we have the big unit, Randy Johnson. In particular, you're going to be hearing Randy Johnson a lot in future videos, but you're just going to go over 1995 in particular. All hardware card, actually, sorry about that, was a Cy Young Award winner for the Seattle Mariners in their playoff berth. I believe their first playoff berth as a franchise. 18-2 record, 2.48 ERA, 30 games started, 6 complete games, 3 shutouts, 214 innings. He gave up 12 home runs, had 65 strikeouts, had 294 strikeouts. Had an ERA plus of a 193, second highest in his career other than 2002. He had a whip of a 1.045. Insane. 6.7 hits per 9, 0.5 home runs per 9, 2.7 walks per 9, and a 12.3 Ks per 9. Insane. That would easily, in my opinion, be a 99 overall. Hardware, Randy Johnson, big unit. I don't care. I want to see him in the game so bad. If he's on the Diamondbacks as a postseason hardware impact veteran, or he's on a Mariners card, I don't care. I want to see a big unit card so bad in the game. Alright, next we have the Angels, and then we have the Rangers. Going over Garrett Richards, 2014 breakout card, 13-4. He had a 2.61 ERA. 26 games started, 26 games, what am I saying, 26 games, he had 1 complete game, 1 shutout, 168 innings, gave up 5 home runs, 51 walks, 164 strikeouts. He had a 0.3 home runs per 9, 6.6 hits per 9, an 8.8 K per 9, and a 2.7 walks per 9. I believe this card will be a diamond, mainly the sole fact of his home run per 9 carrying that rating. But I still think it would be a good card nonetheless because his velo and his pitches. And I just want to see a good Garrett Richards card. He's been injured past 2 years, can't show his greatness, but he did pitch well in those games that he did play. He just can't stay healthy. Next, a future Hall of Famer. A card that everyone wants to see in the show, whether it's a Montreal Expo, a Texas Ranger, a Baltimore Oriole, and a Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Vladimir Guerrero, 2004 MVP hardware card for the Angels. 206 hits, 39 doubles, 2 triples, 39 home runs, 15 stolen bases, 52 walks, 74 strikeouts. Had a 337 batting average, 391 OBP, 598 slugging, and a 989 OPS with a 157 OPS plus. An insane year for Vladimir Guerrero. I just want to see it. He is such a good defender. He'd easily be a 99 overall because of his cannon, his reaction, his speed, his just everything. It'd be such a good card. It'd probably be, probably a perfect example of what the card could be is the 99 Andre Dawson. But we just have to see what they'd do if they did make this card in the game. There's another fish in the sea, believe it or not, on the Los Angeles Angels. There's not just trouts in the sea. There's also some salmon floating in that river. That was a really bad joke. I'm very sorry. But Tim Salmon is a great player, and he was a great player for the Angels in the clutch. 1995 though would be I don't know what to say actually. I don't know what he was never an all-star, which blows my mind because he had some great years in the 90s. I don't know. He was never an MVP. He was a rookie of the year, but this is such a good year. I just only wanted to use this year. So I don't know if it would be a break. It wouldn't be a breakout because he already proved himself in 1993 and had 31 home runs. And a 283 batting average. I don't know if it would be a breakout. It wouldn't be an impact veteran. I really don't know. So let me know what you think would be this card would be down below. But anyways, 143 games, 177 hits, 34 doubles, 3 triples, 34 home runs, 5 stolen bases, 91 walks, 111 strikeouts. He had a 330 batting average, 429 OBP, a 594 slugging, in a 1024 OPS. Finished 7th in the MVP voting. An insane card. I believe he played, let's see, he played the outfield. So he played right field. So I don't know how good of a fielder he had, a 988 fielding percentage. I don't know how good of a fielder he was in his cannon and all that stuff. I'm not an Angels fan. I wasn't alive during that time, so I don't know how good of a player he was as a fielder. So I don't. That would really determine for me how good of a fielder he was, how high rated this card would be, because he had insane hitting numbers. It's just really dependent, of course, on the defense. All right, next we have a 2017 Impact veteran. It goes Mero Petit. I was kind of, thinking about this card, and I looked at it, and he didn't have a bad year at all. He was really good. He had a 5-2 record, 2.76 ERA. They had 60 games. He finished 10 of them. He started 1. He had 4 saves, 91 innings, gave up 9 home runs, 11 walks, had 101 strikeouts. He has 6.8 hits per 9, a 0.9 home runs per 9, 1.8 walks per 9, and a 10 even Ks per 9. That is really good. I believe this card would be like a gold or possibly a diamond. He did have a very underrated year under the radar, and Angels fans should be excited if he stays in the bullpen. I feel like he'd be really good next year if he just stays in the bullpen and continues what he's doing, because he had a really good year. All right, next, a card I would personally love to see in the game, a 2011 breakout Peter Bourjos. I don't know if you remember Peter Bourjos or not, but I don't. But 147 games, 136 hits, 26 doubles, 11 triples, showing off that speed, 12 home runs, 43 RBIs, 22 stolen bases, 124 strikeouts, 32 walks, 271 batting average, and 765 OPS. He had a really good year. I think he was a really good fielder, actually. He didn't have an arm, though. So I believe this card, he would have a lot of contact. He had a decent amount of power because of the extra bases, and he'd be really fast, too. So I believe this card would be a pretty nice card. I believe he'd be a low gold, but who knows what I'm saying anymore. Alright, finally, to end off this video, we have the Texas Rangers. First off, we have Milton Bradley, an all-star card on the Texas Rangers, of course. 176 games, he had 133 hits, 32 doubles, 22 home runs, a triple, 5 stolen bases, 80 walks, 112 strikeouts. He had a 321 average, a 436 OBP, a 563 slugging, and a .99 OPS. He had a really, really good year. He's a switch hitter, be a great hitter. I don't know how good of a fielder he was. I don't particularly remember that, but he was really good in Texas as a hitter. Next, we have Impact veteran 2013 Joe Nathan. We already seen the 2004 All-Star Joe Nathan before. This one is 2013 Impact veteran. He had 6-2 with a 1.39 ERA. Had 67 games. Finished 61 of them for 43 saves, 64 and 2/3 innings, gave up 2 home runs, had 73 strikeouts, 10.2 Ks per 9, had a 0.3 home runs per 9, 3.1 walks per 9, and a 5.0 hits per 9. I believe this card will be a diamond as well. I don't think it would be as high rated as the 2004 one, but I believe it would be about even. Next, we have Michael Young. He was an amazing player, 7-time All-Star batting title, an All-Star MVP, and a Gold Glove winner. If we're to be going off, we could you could do either year. He had a multiple good years. But we're gonna go off 2005. 2005, he had let's see, he had 259 games, 221 hits, 40 doubles, 5 triples, 24 home runs, 5 stolen bases, 58 walks, 91 strikeouts, 331 batting average, a 385 OBP, a 513 slugging, and an 899 OPS for the 131 OPS plus. Finished 11th in the MVP voting. He had a great year. You can also use 2011, another good year. In 2006, he had a bunch of good years. I believe. Let's see. He was a shortstop, I believe. Yes, he was. Wait. Yeah, he was. So I don't know how good of a fielder he was. We could check. 2005. He had a 974 fielding percentage. So that might ruin his chances of going diamond as a diamond card. But who knows? It'll still be a great hitting card nonetheless. Alright, next we have Rafael Palmeiro, a 500 home run club hitter. He was a great power hitter, of course. We're going to be going over 1999 All-Star year, All-Star card as a 34-year-old. He had 183 hits, 30 doubles, 1 home run, 47 home runs, 148 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, 97 walks, 69 strikeouts, 324 batting average, a 420 OBP, a 630 slugging percentage, and a 1050 OPS. And he had a 5th in the MVP voting. He was an all-star, of course, a gold glover, so that's to help his fielding rating too, and a shortstop. I believe this card would be a 99 probably overall. Just really good all around. Alright, next we have Francisco Cordero, 2004 All-Star card, 3-4, 213 ERA, 67 games as a reliever, and 63 games finished, 49 saves. I believe he was the closer, which would make sense. He gave up 1 home run, he had 79 strikeouts, and he hit 1 pitcher in 3 wild pitches. So that, this helps with control. 7.5 hits per 9, 0.1 homers per 9, 4.0 walks per 9, and 2.74 Ks per 9. So it probably wouldn't be that great of a card, but just looking at the numbers, he did pretty well in the regular season. Probably a low gold card. Just another reliever to add to as a flashback card. And finally, the final card of this video, Juan Gonzalez, 1996 hardware Juan Gonzalez. I don't know why he wasn't an all-star, but he was in his other MVP season, so who knows. 134 games, 170 hits, 33 doubles, 2 triples, 47 home runs, 45 walks, 82 strikeouts, 314 average, 368 OBP, 643 slugging, and a 1011 OPS. You could also use 1998, another good year. He had more doubles, less home runs a little bit, but he had way more strikeouts, so I chose the less strikeout year for the vision to be higher, which would be a lot in people's favors. That card would be really, really nice. I don't know how good of a fielder he was, but I believe he was an outfielder. Yes, he was. And I believe despite his hitting numbers and by itself, he would be probably a diamond. So really just depends on how bad of a fielder he was. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. If you want to see the next episode of 5 players from each team, 5 flashback / legends from each team that I find that you guys want to be in the game, comment. Okay, let me restructure this a little bit better. Comment legends from the AL Central that you want to see in MLB The Show 18. That means legends / flashbacks from the White Sox, the Royals, the Indians, the Tigers, and the Indians. 5 flashbacks from each team if you can, or just name 1 from each team, which, alright, there's 1 from a team in general from the AL Central. That'll help out a ton. That'll show you guys, watch to the very end, of course, as well. If you guys did enjoy this video, want to see more MLB Show 18 card videos like this, and if you want to comment also, I'll leave that for the next episode as a question, but also if you do comment a player for the next video, I'll pick a random comment to get shouted out. I'll be picking 2 comments. Thank you guys for watching this video. road to 3K. As I'm recording this, I'm at 2,982 subs. I want to thank you all a ton for all the support. Closing in on the end of the year, it's been an amazing year. The life cycle of Women's Show 17 is almost over. It's been an amazing year. I just can't thank you guys enough for all the growth and everything. Anyway, I'm prolonging the inevitable. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all next time.
I've been crazy, lost my daydream, breaking molds that people gave me lately, baby. I've been feeling ways that make me feel like shady. I've been faded on the daily. I can feel my heart is changing, coming back from darkness. My whole brain is rearranging, and I feel like the world is the dirt beneath my feet. And I feel in this world